As we walk through this journey of life, we're on a road. And like any road, it's got signs and symbols, billboards, and everything trying to get our attention. When you go down a road, you see billboards that are saying, buy something, get this. Or it might be a sign that says, beware of road hazards ahead. Or it might be a sign simply pointing in direction. One way, stop, go to the right, or something like this. But our life is full of signs. So many signs that we're inundated by them. And we probably don't even pay much attention to them. We just go by them and they're there, and we just forget that they're there. But you know, God is giving us signs and symbols every single day in our life to tell us that He is here. And it's up to us to read His signs. But if we don't pay attention to those signs, we'll never be able to get the message. And God speaks to us every day in His presence. His presence is here in everything. When you wake up in the morning and you see a beautiful sunrise, or you go to bed at night and you see a beautiful sunset. We see the animals, the birds, the fish. We see everything around us. We're all gifts of God. And they're there because He gives them to us so that we can use them as means of getting to Him. He is present to us at every moment of our day. But are we aware of His presence? Do we even pay any attention to His signs and His symbols of love? If we're going to have a relationship with the God that loves us, then what we need to do is to start a relationship with our being present to the God that loves us. He's always present to us, but we're not always present to Him. And if our relationship is to grow and to develop, then we need to be present. And what does presence mean? Presence means that we have to give our attention, not to be distracted with 1,000 billion other things, but to be focused. And it's hard to focus in this world today because we've got so many things bombarding us. Whether it's our phone that's constantly ringing, or the internet that's bringing us some kind of notice. We're busy about all kinds of things in our life. But we need to get to the point where we can just be alone. We don't have to apologize for being alone. We don't have to apologize for taking a few minutes out of our day to anybody. We just have to make that time something that's valuable to us. And then when we see the value of the time that we are putting into God, our life will begin to change. And so, where do we begin? Well, we begin very quietly. We get away to a place, doesn't matter where. Maybe it's a quiet spot in your house, or a chair in your backyard, or a trip to the park. Someplace where it's quiet, where you can just get rid of all that stuff that's in your mind. And then just look around and see the signs and symbols that God gives to you. Look at the sky. See it's nice and blue and the dynamics of the clouds. And praise God for that. Look at the grass that grows and the flowers that grow, and listen to the birds that chirp. They're all God's gifts to you. Do you pay attention to them? Do you think about them? Do you think that God put them there so that you could enjoy them? Give Him thanks. And in the process of giving Him thanks for those things, you're developing your relationship with God. He just wants to be there for us. And we need to be there for Him. And if we don't take the clutter out of our life, we don't take the stuff that's taking us away from Him, and we get so involved with all the different signs and symbols in our life that aren't Him, then we're never going to have this relationship. A relationship is something that's a dynamic experience. It's something where there's a give and a take. And if there's only one-sided, it's not a relationship. God is constantly giving 100% of the time. And He's only asking you for a little bit. He's just asking you to give Him 5-10 minutes of a day. Think about Him then. And of course, once you get this relationship developed, you're not going to want 5 or 10 minutes. You want to be with Him all the time. And when you develop a relationship with that God that loves you, He will become more and more present to you. And then He will be there. And you will see Him in everything. And His signs and symbols will bust out all over. All acts of love for you. So, look at the signs and the symbols and the wonders that God puts in our life every day, where He is inviting you. Yes, He's inviting you to be His best friend. Will you take the challenge? Will you let God into your life as your best friend? Try it.